be done for this brother and for those that listen to him. I decided to go and check out his channel again. This guy that the last time I had even listened to him, he's twisting the writings of Paul to his own destruction. Oh man, you ever think that Edom is actually about the characteristics when you're the one talking they about scriptures that I've tried to talk about a whole lot of times? You're the one that's fulfilling the brute beast prophecy against yourself, and you don't even realize it. And I hope you watch this video. Holy jumpers, man. Like, I don't know. It's been like years, and I've seen you going off about the same dumb shit. I haven't even watched for a while because I've seen you flip the script over and over again. I had love for you back when I thought that going to learn from people, from so-called black people, was the answer. Creator's going to regather his people out of every tribe, nation, and tongue, and you're either ready for that or you are not ready for that. And you're may as well just be like one of the false shepherds in Jeremiah 23. That got me hot, man. You don't get it. I'll go and read the scriptures again, and then we can get into the feast. And let's start in Peter about the day dawning, because you want to talk about the Sabbath, yet you still profane it. You still profane it. You still wrestle with the writings of Paul to your own destruction. And I could tell, because I could tell what the voice of somebody sounds like that is fulfilling the brute beast prophecy against themselves. My goodness. Do you get how fucking stupid you sound for your people? You say you care about the people. Listen how you're talking to them. I care about your people maybe more than you care about your people, brother. This has had to be done for your own, for the salvation of your soul. That's got me indignant. You have children too. You got to care a little bit more. All right, let's go back to this, because you might not want to hear it from a cracker, right? I don't want to have to be the one that would tell you this either. But if you could receive it, you could really help your people to wake up in the end times. Okay, if there's some bots, that's not who this message is for. Man, I learned some things from you back when I was engaging in that harvest. I told a lot of so-called black people about what I had been learning. They heard it from, guess who they see as an Edomite. You ever think that's about the characteristics? There's no room for racism in times. And it has disgusted me that there's been so few to actually proclaim to the people the truth in whatever color they come in. It's not that difficult. Keep the covenants of promise. Keep the 10 commandments in spirit and in truth, in word and in deed, and be biblically clean. That's the rainbow covenant. Like, it's crazy that to watch so many people like him, right, flipping the script on themselves. Okay, yeah, Paul's a good guy. No, Paul's not a good guy. Oh, let's not talk about these witches and all this and that and that. And then, let's keep talking about it. Let's not pay attention to how much you would be fucking contradicting yourself in the same video, like all in one breath, because you're not paying attention how the fuck you talk. Oh man, listen to this. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile. I hope you know, like, if you actually watch this video, I care about your soul and the soul of your children, and I care about those that you proclaim the truth to, because I've heard your heart. You talk about some dark things that have to be addressed. Ephesians 5:11. But if you're not actually getting on point with the solution, you are still complicit with the problem that you are so disturbed by. And then you'll hate me for being white. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word. Yeah, you got to go back on milk, bro. You got to go back on the breast of kings. Like, cause oh wow, it should be something else that you're talking about before Babylon's destruction than that last video about Edomites and Nephilim and that. Like, quit hating on white people and like, cause like I know plenty. I know people of all races that are in covenant and they get along fine. It is people like you that are running serious interference on that. Anybody that is serious about getting into covenant with Yah is well pleasing to him. It's not about race in these days, and you yourself say it. It's a human thing, right? Where's your human heart enough? I hope you'll receive this. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious. Grace is conviction on your heart to get you into covenant properly. So let's be babies together here for a sec, because I've been a baby many times while trying to warn many apostate churches for the same Christmas and idolatry that you're yelling at as a so-called Edomite. Does it matter? And I have a heart too. I definitely care. Go read Lamentations 2 and 3, brother. See how that hits you in the chest, and quit talking all about they and giving they all the power, because they are not worth the bullets. I have seen so many people still talking like you. I have studied with them. I have gotten so sick of it, and you are not doing your people very good, continuing to talk like that. To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yah, and precious, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yah by Yeshua. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, Yahusha, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. Unto you therefore which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. Right? I ain't trying to offend you. I am trying to insult you to purify your wounds. I know you ain't stupid. If you don't want to listen to what the book is actually saying, you are being a seriously dumb fuck in the end times, before Babylon's fall. Even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. And a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. Oh. But you're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, and it will include people of every tribe, nation, and tongue. I don't know if my phone has that much battery right now. This is like deadly important. Like, I didn't know, like, I heard your heart before. I heard you that you're a person who cares, and I listened to a whole lot of your videos and I benefited, right? But guess what? Even those that learned a whole lot for, I'll eat the meat, spit out the bones. Because I've watched a lot of people I've learned a whole lot from go retarded. Go totally retarded. And people that eat real healthy and everything too. That's not really what is forbidding meats, forbidding to marry. The scriptures talked about people like you. It's fucking sad. I got to plug this in. Or I could post on my community section some some scriptures that you should definitely read, like Jude, like Romans 13. We'll finish this Peter here. My goodness. Those who lead into captivity will be led into captivity. And you read the Old Testament, how do you not piece together that Israel in disobedience and transgression was subject to judgment imposed upon them by corrupt authorities, even by a corrupt nation that could come against them and put them to the slaughter or bring them into captivity? And the book gives you the answer about how to withstand that. While many will fall, many brute beasts will be put to the slaughter. So this message is so that you wouldn't be under the characteristics of one of them. You have to know what it's actually saying, who the brute beasts are. Trying to give you scriptures. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Receive the day dawning. You're on a profane Babylonian Sabbath. Still, for all I know, I tried to give you the day dawning before in your comments there. I don't know if you've seen it. Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of Yah, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works which they shall behold glorify Yah in the day of visitation. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of men that do well. For so is the will of Yah, that with well doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, as free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yah, honor the king. So judgment starts with the house of God first. If you don't get on point with what's happening, it'll fall upon you. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. For this is thankworthy. If a man for conscience toward endure grief, suffering wrongfully, for what glory is it? If when you be buffeted for your fault, you shall take it patiently, but if when you do well and suffer for it, you take it patiently, this is acceptable with Yah. For even hereunto you were called, because Yahusha also suffered for us, leaving us an example that you should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. You don't want guile in your mouth, brother. Who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously, who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we were dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. For ye were as a sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. I don't know how much battery I have left. You got to read this day dawning scripture, though, brother. I hope you receive this, because I am doing this in love, not out of maliciousness, but your speech pisses me off at this point. To go and watch one of your most recent videos, all right, let's see what he's talking about, like, because I've seen you kind of start to recover within your mind and heart to not hate like other races for not being you, right? He's gonna regather his people out of every tribe, nation, and tongue. Could you actually love me in spirit and truth if you were with somebody like me during the Exodus, speaking like this, actually caring? Or could you not? You got to be clear on that. Because I could love you, and I do, and I hate the way you're talking right now, though. I don't hate that word hate. Read the new song of Moses, Deuteronomy 32, because that song says that we would be pissed off at a foolish nation, not having to do with race. It's having to do with the transgressors that say they believe our Holy Father and his Son, and they don't. So don't be one of them. And read this day dawning scripture. Right here. 2 Peter chapter 1. Go and read that. Specifically, verse 16. The day dawning is a more sure word of prophecy. The people in the BHI need a messenger that doesn't look like me to break through to their people for their children. Our people, all of our people, all of us here this day, awaiting the fall of Babylon, USA. Jeremiah 51 is already happening. Isaiah 13 is coming. This ain't no game. So quit fulfilling a brute beast prophecy against yourself, brother. I hope you watch this, and I hope you don't start railing, because I love you. That's why I do this. And it probably should have been done sooner.